What's going on, guys? Demo here, and today, well, in this video, maybe multiple today, I want to talk about my opinions on the Blacklight Retribution beta. Yes, I got into the closed beta, and a couple of the people affiliated with the game have retweeted people's videos about it, so I assume it's acceptable for me to make a video on it, and so I wanted to talk about it. Now, if you're not familiar with the game or the series or anything like that, there was originally a first-person shooter that came out this time last year or this time in 2009. I honestly can't remember, I do apologize. And it was an Xbox Live Arcade game, and they claimed that they could compete with first-person, or with like the major first-person shooters like Call of Duty, but make it a downloadable Xbox Live Arcade game and make it for like $15. Now they did just that, and even the people at Machinima Respawn seemed to agree, because as soon as the game came out they were like, yeah, this game's awesome, and it's gonna give Call of Duty a run for its money. However, like they do with every other game, they quickly abandoned it and went back to Call of Duty after only producing one video per person on the game. Anyway, what the game mainly suffered from was lack of people playing it, because everybody just kind of went back to Call of Duty or whatever games they were playing instead of sticking with Blacklight Tango Down. To me, it was a great first-person shooter, or multiplayer first-person shooter. It was really fun, really enjoyable. Just, I had to stop playing because there was nobody on and I was having trouble finding people. It ran well on PC and console, and it was a good game, especially for 15 bucks. Now, they did, Zombie, which is the studio that produced the game, announced like a while back ago that they're coming out with a free one for PC only called Blacklight Retribution. And that's closed beta I got into. So, I'm beta testing the game. And so far I have some kind of mixed feelings about it, because I was honestly kind of expecting just a free-to-play, a bit more optimized version of Blacklight Tango Down, and that's not necessarily what this is. Now granted, you're going to see a lot of resemblance to Blacklight Tango Down, but it's not quite that game. Well, alright, let me just start. The graphics are pretty nice. They're very nice. They look good, they look smooth, and it runs really well. Running at 1080p on my computer, I get pretty much, no matter what setting I put it on, I get a constant 60 frames per second. Actually, it's more like 62 for some reason, but it's constant. Never have any graphic lag issues or anything like that. It runs perfectly smooth, even if I up it all the way. There is the issue of the textures taking a second to like pop up and render, as you may see in this video, or if I make two, I may put it in that one. But that's just because of the way they use the Unreal Engine. That's kind of an issue in a lot of games like Gears 2, and I think even in Blacklight Tango Down, so you kind of just have to ignore that for the first 5 seconds of the game, no big deal. As far as gameplay goes, it's a bit, like I said, it's a bit different than Blacklight Tango Down. It focuses, in my opinion, from what I've played at least, a bit more on gun-on-gun gameplay, which is really good since that's what people are asking for in COD, so you'd think that'd appeal to some people, because in Blacklight Tango Down I experienced a lot of weapon switching and grenade usage, and it was heavily, I don't think there was a knife at all in Blacklight Tango Down, but in Blacklight Tango Down you had your frag grenade and you had your blue screen grenade and your smoke grenade, and grenades were constantly being used, and there was no just straight up rushing gun-on-gun gameplay, which was fine. That's how it worked for this game, or for that game. But for this game it's more focused on the gun-on-gun gameplay, close quarters battles, things like that. You have your primary gun, and the gun system feels really familiar with Blacklight Tango Down, so that it's really familiar and really comfortable for me to get your gun. Except, now you have your GP or whatever to buy your guns that you earn after every match, which by the way takes forever to earn, so it's hard to get guns unlocked. You only buy them for a limited amount of time, like Combat Arms used to be. That's extremely frustrating. If I unlock a gun, I want to have it unlocked, especially when it seems to take 10 years to get enough points to unlock a gun, then 10 more years to unlock the points to get the attachment. That's just my opinion, but I absolutely hate gun rentals, essentially. Anyway, similar gun system, so all the guns pretty much feel and work just about the same. You have your attachments and the dog tags and all that jazz. And then you have your pistol, same deal pretty much, as Blacklight Tango Down, feels really good. And you have your grenade, which is either a blue screen, I think it is just the blue screen, but it does a little bit of damage, gives your character a blue screen, and you gotta wait for your heads-up display to reboot, and so you can get killed in there or whatever. That's really fun, and I actually got it used on me once, and it's kind of cool looking. Much better than the Blacklight Tango Down one. And then you have your knife. Now granted, I don't have much experience with the knife, but the knife seems to be about the same as the melee, you just have a bit of a lunge. However, you already have a melee on your gun, middle mouse button, and that's an instant kill, which is a lot of fun to run around if you can get close quarters hits with and stuff like that. However, my issue with melee being one hit kill is the hit detection for guns on this game, which is kind of ironic since it's a gun-on-gun focused game, it seems. The hit detection feels way off. Like, I have low ping on all their dedicated servers, which run very nice, by the way. But yet, shots don't seem to register anywhere near as much as I feel they should. So people aren't getting hit as much as they should. I'm not getting hit as much as I know I should be getting hit by bullets. Things like that. So to have the melee one-hit kill when I can charge at someone and half their shots not even count, that's an issue. I don't think the melee should be nerfed, but I think the hit detection needs to be picked up on a bit. One more issue I had was the controls felt just a little bit off. And I originally wasn't going to say anything about this because maybe it's just me. I'm used to fast-paced first-person shooters like Call of Duty 4 Pro Mod, Counter-Strike Source, things like that. So I'm running around, and when I have to reload, I immediately switch to my pistol and start firing and things like that. It takes quite a bit of time to switch weapons and things like that, so I end up getting killed there because things aren't as fluid and as fast as I think they should be. Now, the delay in like switching weapons and things like that would be fine, but they just don't feel fluid enough, and I don't know what's up with that. Oh, and reloading. You have like a certain amount of time it takes to reload, which is an incredibly long amount of time. However, which again, I would be fine with, except for the fact that the reload animation finishes before the little circle countdown timer does. And so as soon as my guy's done reloading, I'm expecting it to register that my gun is reloaded and me to start sprinting. And I've had way too many times where my reload gets canceled when I'm trying to like reload and then sprint really fast to get away. So that needs to be synced up a bit better. And then I feel like the controls should just be a bit tighter. I don't really know how to explain that in a way that might make more sense. They just don't feel very tight compared to other games, I don't know. But overall, I'm really enjoying it, especially since it's only a closed beta, so they have a lot of work to do and that they can do. And they already said they have one of the developers or producers tweeted at me and said they have some bugs they already know they need to acknowledge. So far I'm pretty impressed with it. Hope you liked the video, thank you for watching, and have a nice day. I don't know when Blacklight Retribution will be out, but it will be free to play, so look forward to that on the PC.